4:20 left in the second quarter here at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Vince Esprick with Joey Bonadonna with you here. And Joey, you got to say that just both as a player and as a coach, Katie Gerolds has really owned the Kohl Center.
Yeah, briefly alluded to it, 7-0 against the Badgers, and All-American level performances for Gerolds, averaged over 20 points per game against the Badgers. Certainly a thorn in their side over the years. It was the same as a player, and it's been the same as the head coach and the steward of the program that brought her up through the game at the college level.
Gerolds really has saved her best for the Badgers. On February 18th of 2007, she scored a then program record 41 points on 13 of 20 shooting. Just an absolute assassin. Was ranked top 3 in the program's history for three-pointers coming into last week, but Madison Layton Zay knocked down 3 against Nebraska, and now she's top 3 in that department.
As we mentioned, not too far away from the program lead.
Oh, how did Tara Day get out of that pickle? Puryear now under the basket. Over Howell, rebound secured by Jaya. Great defense by Destiny Howell.
Had to close that one out. There was space.
Howell the drive on the larger Puryear, and she's got it.
It was only a matter of time for Howell. Got that one to go.
The lead is down to Smith. Or down to 3. Nia Smith over to Karsh for 3. Missed it. And a diving play from Puryear keeps the possession alive for Purdue.
A lot of pressure here for the Badgers on the perimeter. Under 5 to go.
Tara Day got to make something happen, but this is where she has thrived. With a shot clock violation, great defense by Brianna Ware and the Badgers. And you also touched on that on-ball pressure by Kira Daniels when Madison Layton Zay was at the controls.
Yeah, I'm not sure Purdue was, they knew that they need to go quick with that.
Destiny Howell on the drive. That one-handed shot is good. Destiny Howell cuts it to 1. The Badgers are back.
Missed her first 5 now. The last 2 buckets.
And Howell with such a lengthy, prolific career at Howard. Got to think she's been around long enough to know the ebbs and flows of the game. Nia Smith has to get it away, relocated to. Now Tara Day inside. She gets blocked up top. Doria Jaya just ripped it away.
Is this volleyball, Vince?
Up top to Jaya. Oh, you don't think. Oh, and it is off. It would have been her first career three-pointer to give the Badgers the lead. Tara Day wants to screen. And now she'll launch from 3. Oh, and somehow Nia Smith swoops in. Day going back to work. Smith, open. Got it.
Might as well.
Nia Smith earned the rebound and then 3 more points to her name.
Started what she finished. And that could have been a big momentum shifter back towards the Badgers. Purdue slams that door. They're back up 2 scores.
And Purdue has really been trying to get Nia Smith going. Terrific player, transfer from UNC Greensboro. She's so far in the year shooting 13% from 3, but shot 35% last year. Also shot 44% from deep the year before. And so for Purdue, it's just a matter of getting everybody on the same page. The transfer portal, it can be great when it comes to getting your program just back on the tracks, bringing in new talents, replacing talent that leaves. But just that process of getting everybody on the same page, it can lead to some slow starts. But it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Purdue, despite their lead getting taken down to just 4, you got to say they're feeling good about how they've played so far, Joey.
Well, back to your earlier point, I mean, it is the new era of college athletics. You are going to have to go through change. But as you said, it doesn't matter. If you win when the calendar turns, you're going to be able to put yourself in a position to compete for championships.
Purdue still looking for that first road win of the year. They're 0-4 in that department, 2 out of conference losses. Brianna Ware, nice screen by Destiny Howell, but Ware snuffed out underneath by McCarthy. Smith gets it back, and that will be kept in. Nia Smith doing it all. Now she'll put it on the floor, driving to the cup. Oh, a tough shot, and secured by McCarthy, but they will get her for a foul. Or will it be on the Badgers?
Yeah, it will be on the Badgers. McCarthy, she did have a clear chance at that rebound, but something was precluding her from doing it. We'll see here. A little bit of a tie up there. It'll go on Howell.
Well, that's Howell's second.
She was such a big part of getting the Badgers back to a respectable deficit.
And Howell gets subbed out. Layton Zay wants the three. Porter able to box out enough, and now a foul on Purdue. That'll go on the freshman, Ela Karsh.
Over the back there. Hey, Porter, you get that advantage to yourself as well at 5'2". You're going to get a few more over the backs.
Yeah, Porter is great at drawing fouls, but she no doubt pays a physical price for her aggressiveness. Lily Cron, don't leave her open. Oh, but around and now, Purdue catches the break, but Porter, Cron reloads over to Steele, and a great closeout, but Daniels wants it anyways. Oh, down to one! Great passing from the Badgers. Jaya cuts it free. Now Purdue able to navigate, but Steele still reaching in. Layton Zay across the timeline. Massive Layton Zay now going all the way to the hoop.
No, Badgers are out of rotation. Oh, they get the steal.
Steele deflected it. Cron secured. Wisconsin down one. 3 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Well, smart for Purdue. They had the point in the paint, but they looked back out towards the perimeter. They had options.
Ronnie Porter will let the clock tick down. She has brought the Badgers back. An offensive foul. Kira Daniels drove in hard on Nia Smith. And a great stand for Purdue. Now is a chance to get Grady to end the first half.
Yeah, off ball, Jaya trying to create separation, and that's one you can't have. The Badgers have been so close to breaking the seal. And now, forcing a turnover, they have done well in forcing some pressure in inbound situations.
Brianna Ware will check in, replacing Daniels. Or pardon me, it'll be Jaya who checks off. Tara Day got to get it in, now gets it back. Tara Day, an incredible first half. She's looking to add to it at the end, but the shot comes up just short. And Wisconsin, somehow, some way, down double digits, rallies back, but Purdue still with the lead, 30-29.
Yeah, offense really slowed down there for Purdue. One of their last 8 to close the half. They still have the lead, Vince.
Wisconsin shooting 34%, Purdue 36%. Just great defense, turnovers all around. You can call it ugly. We call it the beautiful defensive display. Either way, Purdue with a 1-point lead. We're going to take it to halftime. Back in a bit on Big Ten Plus. Half number 2 coming up from the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Purdue leads 30-29 over the Wisconsin Badgers. Vince Hespeck with Joey Bonadonna. And Joey, it's been not exactly what you call an ugly game, but the defensive came to play. Purdue led early. Wisconsin cut the deficit to 1 late, but every minute has been a blast so far.
Yeah, for Wisconsin, it was a tale of 2 quarters. The first quarter, just 4 of 16 from the field, 1 of 6 from deep. They turned it on in that second quarter, though. 4 of 8 from deep, 7 of 16. They got some chances at the line. They were able to convert a lot more with ease. However, they still trail Purdue up by 1 point here as we enter the second half.
Few bizarre nuggets in this one. Both teams shooting better from 3 than they are from the field. Tara Day's been the leader for Purdue with 10 points, 2 steals, 3 rebounds. And stuffing the box score as she does. We'll take a look at some of the other stats from this really fun first half. I guess the rebounds, they've been pretty even so far, despite Purdue being +7 on the season per game. Does anything else stick out to you here, Joey?
Well, yeah, the stat that you just mentioned, interesting nugget of it, all interesting nuggets. Teams are shooting better from outside than they are inside. Everything else has been pretty even. Again, the Jekyll and Hyde thing, first to second quarter for Wisconsin, that was kind of the difference. Can they become a little bit more consistent going into the second half for the Badgers? If you're Purdue, I think you just got to settle down a little bit. You kind of started to see the end of that half get away from you. You kind of controlled that for most of the first 20 minutes. Hey, get back to work here in the second.
Purdue won the first quarter 18-9. Wisconsin, though, 20-12, outscoring the Boilermakers in the second half. For them, it really has been a team effort when it comes to scoring. Lacey Steele has 2 3-pointers for them. Kira Daniels also 6 points on 2 of 5. Destiny Howell was a little off to start, missed her first 5 shots, but she now has back-to-back buckets, and it's just been fun all around the way the Badgers have been able to showcase all the different new additions they have. But Purdue as well, Nia Smith knocked out a 3. She's been all over the place. Just the best way to sum it up, maybe, Joey, is that the Badgers' leading rebounder right now across both teams, Ronnie Porter, has 5 at 5'2".
That hasn't impacted her much throughout her career. We mentioned it. She really does stuff the stat sheet, despite being at most times the smallest player on the floor.
And there is Ronnie Porter up top for the Badgers. Now Shea Bolin, transfer from Illinois. Haven't seen her too much in this contest, but she's given the Badgers some great height. Oh, the backdoor feed to Howell, but that is out of bounds. Will touch off of a Howell last, so a turnover on the Badgers.
Yeah, you gotta try to get Howell going. Got in foul trouble late. You could have maybe used her to pull ahead. They haven't led since. They haven't led yet.
Yep.
It was just a tie earlier in the game.
Nia Smith has 8 points of 3 of 5 shooting. With a pass behind Day. Now she'll sneak through. Finds Puryear around. Not there. Day the rebound. Day kick out. Open. Layden for 3. McKenna Layden, her first start of the season. Her second 3-pointer of the game.
Well, we came into the game talking about Madison Layden-Zay and the history she could make from behind the arc. How about her sister McKenna getting things going for the Boilers?
Bolin guarded by Puryear. Inside to Porter, got a defender in the air, but back out to Daniels. Wants it for 3. Not there. Madison Layden-Zay hung up underneath. The ball is loose. Bolin comes out of the pack. Now Destiny Howell up and fouled. Absolute pandemonium on the floor underneath the Badger net. They're able to secure the turnover, and Destiny Howell headed to the free throw line.
It seems anytime we're going to have a loose ball in this game, it's just going to be war on the floor between these two. And we see it again there. Yeah, I think if you're Howell right now, you're getting to the stripe, would have liked to maybe try to convert and start things off with an and-one opportunity. But just getting to the line, try to settle yourself down a bit.
Howell gets the second free throw to go. That'll put her up to 5 points on 2 of 8 shooting. And now it's Wisconsin showcasing the press. Oh, did they get another turnover? It will stay with Purdue. Bit of a script flip. We saw Purdue use the press really well against the Badgers in the early goings, and now it's Wisconsin trying to fluster the Boilermakers a little bit. Madison Layden-Zay to inbound, just 2 points. Hit a nice looking jumper. And she needs one more three-pointer to get her to tied for second all-time in Purdue's all-time leader in three-pointers. Needs 5 to tie the record, 6 to break it. That'll be a kickball on the Badgers. That's Courtney Moses, who has the second most three-pointers for Purdue. Layden-Zay with 239, Moses 240, and Carissa McLaughlin 244. We have a foul on the Badgers.
Layden-Zay rising up. She was tightly contested. Smart, savvy, veteran player. Draws the foul on mid-range shot. She'll get a chance to earn him.
And Layden-Zay, just one of the most fun stories of the Big Ten. Did not play last year because she believed she was graduated. Had a year of eligibility after her first 4 years because her freshman year was the COVID season, but decided she would head into that real world thing we keep hearing about. And then after a year, she just watching her sister play, she got that itch and she scheduled a meeting to talk with Katie Geralds. And when she came back and said, hey, do you want me? No surprise that Geralds did want one of her program's better players in their history to come back and play some hoops for him, where she has had a really strong season. Wisconsin turned it over. Nia Smith had the controls. Purdue leads by 5. They're led by just 1 entering the third. Smith lines up the 3, connects! Nia Smith, double digits, 3 three-pointers on the game.
And this is a stretch run right now that you need if you are Purdue.
She averages less than 5 points a game. She's up to 11. Ronnie Porter with the response for the Badgers.
Again, good response there. First field goal of the second half for the Badgers.
Tara Day driving on steal. Over to Layden. Bounce pass down low. Puryear up. Missed it. Daniels fighting for the board. It'll be a foul on Purdue.
I think it is going to go on Puryear. Get a look here on the recoil. Oh, there you go. Daniels had a good look at it. Little bit of a wraparound.
You know, Kendall Puryear, not a player you'd want to mess with. She's a black belt in Taekwondo. Also won her conference shot put in high school. Cron was open for a split second, opted to hold on. Now Lacey Steele to Shea Bolin. Bolin regathers, up to Porter, 10 on the clock. Porter spinning on Smith, has to get out to Cron. And we have a foul off ball on Wisconsin, I believe, or no, it'll be on Purdue.
It is against Wisconsin. It's just another one of those off-ball things. They do give credit to Purdue. They certainly know the scout with Lily Cron. And Cron got 1 to go earlier, but for the most part, she's been hard-pressed to just get shots up. A lot of pressure for her.
That was Shea Bolin for the Badgers. I think they're going to get her for an illegal screen. That counts as a turnover for Wisconsin.
Just off ball.
Oh, speaking of fouls, that one will go on Ronnie Porter.
They try to go through the screen there for Porter.
I'll tell you what, Joey, Wisconsin already up to 3 fouls in the quarter.
I was just about to say they're starting to stack up. A lot of whistles here in this third quarter. Not even 4 minutes in.
Shot off the mark by Sage Stahl. Kira Daniels down the floor. Lacey Steele already has 2 three-pointers, making a third. Lacey Steele, 3 for 3 from deep.
The Badgers keep taking punches. They keep answering back.
Day lost the dribble. Turnover Purdue. Wisconsin has yet to lead in this game. They've been in the rearview mirror, but give Purdue credit. They've made sure that they have held on to this lead. Now Wisconsin, they got it down to 1 in the second quarter. And now another opportunity. Purdue, the long pass to the corner to Cron. Shea Bolin, she wants it for the tie. Offline, Cron tried to bat it in, but she was out of bounds.
Just try to ride the baseline. Bolin's been able to get her outside shot going, often in big second half moments. Didn't fall that time. Could have gone for the tie.
Nia Smith, speaking of deadly three-point shooters, ooh, Smith almost got another one. That would have been her 4th. But Purdue reloads. Madison Layden Zay went hard into Ronnie Porter, but we play on. Clock down to 6. Layden Z, it's a step back 3. Oh, she got it! Layden Zay ties for 2nd all-time in Purdue three-pointers, and it was a magical one. 240 for the grad student. Shea Bolin doubled underneath, steps through, puts on the floor, and the foul called on Purdue. What a shot by
Vince,
Madison Layden Zay. Oh my God.
You have to give it that props. Well, here's the look underneath of Bolin trying to split the double. Takes into a break.
Wisconsin again had it within striking distance, but an incredible highlight from Madison Layden Zay, her 240th three-pointer for her career. Are the media timeouts the 5-minute mark?
Hey, and it's time for the UW Bookstore Karaoke Camp. Get on your feet and sing along if you know the words. Let me hear you.
Midway through the third quarter here at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Vince Hespeck with Joey Bonadonna. And that is Madison Layden Zay stepping back with a shot clock running down. What a highlight from an incredible player, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned she's one of the best players to do it in Purdue women's basketball history. The 5th year coming back, having a little bit of magic. Had some magic on that shot. Yeah, that rep, I mean, the highlight, it reminds you a little bit of someone who played in the Big Ten, Caitlin Clark. Hey, closing in on a rare club, 18 rebounds and 14 steals, entering the night. She's that away from joining Caitlin Clark, only Big Ten players to ever post 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, 300 assists, 200 three-pointers, 200 steals, and 50 blocks. Caitlin Clark, obviously a well-rounded player in the sport of women's basketball. Layden Zay's doing the same thing here for Purdue.
And I saw that stat. I do like it because it does sound specific, but as Layden Zay gets another steal, Joey, as you talked about, it's a stat that kind of goes to show the level of dominance you need to have, or at least a surface-level ability in every single attribute of basketball. And that's what Madison Layden Zay has provided. Lana McCarthy, spins right around Uchenna. Lead back up to 8 for Purdue. Uchenna now the aggressor on McCarthy, but the freshman stands tall.
That's the one thing Wisconsin's trying to find more consistency out of, is the touch from their bigs near the rim. Another scoring drought, and Purdue's starting to pull away, up by 8.
And pardon me, McCarthy a sophomore, but this team's been really impressed with her development. One of 3 returning players. Nia Smith, another 3, of course! Wow. Nia Smith, unconscious. Wisconsin needs a timeout. 14 points for the transfer student, entered shooting 16% from 3, Joey.
This might be the biggest punch Purdue's thrown. They lead by 11 late in the 3rd quarter.
An 8-0 run for Purdue. Wisconsin, how will they respond? Back in Madtown, Purdue has jumped the Badgers in the 3rd quarter. It's been a 16-6 spurt in the 3rd, the lead up to 11. Vince Esprick with Joey Bonadonna, and Joey is Nia Smith right now. Unconscious, leads both teams in scoring with 14 on 4 of 6 from 3.
How about this second half from deep for Purdue? 4 of 5 from deep, 5 of 9 from the field. But that's what's pulled them ahead, is suddenly they're knocking down their 3 balls. 8 for the game, 4 in the second half. They had 4 in the entire first half. Not even at the end of the 3rd quarter yet.
And you saw that stat about bench points, Wisconsin with that lead. That's because Lacey Steele for Wisconsin has 9 points on a perfect 3 of 3 from deep. And we talked about how entering the second half, Joey, both of these teams were shooting better from 3 than from the field. That pattern still holds up midway through the 3rd. Wisconsin 35% from 3, 33% from the field, and now Purdue 40% from the field, shooting 50% from deep. So the 3-point ball has been there for both teams. Purdue absolutely have been the aggressors in that department, and that's a big reason why they had the lead. Daniels looking for a 3 to take the Badgers out of the hole. It's down to 8.
That's where Kira Daniels is impacted. 3 made field goals, all of them from behind the arc.
Daniels, a player that this Wisconsin coaching staff has described as an absolute dog, just nonstop aggression. Layden gets the 3, her 3rd of the game.
And not slowing them down anymore from behind the arc.
Purdue 9 of 17 from deep. It has been a 3-point barrage all evening. Porter, a 3. Why not? 4 straight 3-pointers have fallen between these 2 teams. Daniel the steal. Out to Ware. She wants in on the act. Was there any doubt?
Well, hey, if you love 3-pointers, this is the 3rd quarter for you. My goodness.
These teams have made 7 straight shots. Smith is tied up. Held ball that will flip the arrow. And now Ware and Smith A little bit of John with each other
just
there.
Politely giving
Yeah.
the ball back to the official.
You know, maybe competing to do so. And the whistle was there, but they just kept on going at it. This is Big Ten basketball, baby. And just like that, Wisconsin now shooting 9 of 20 from deep. There have been snipers all around, and now a foul will go on Purdue. That's on Layden Zay. I think that's going to go on the Badgers. My mistake. Kira Daniels will get dinged up. That's just her first. But Wisconsin now with 4 fouls in the quarter. Oh, a really deep lob. Jaya knocked it away, but couldn't keep the ball in bounds.
Yeah, had that one in the hands, just it couldn't keep her feet underneath her, lost her balance. But those are those plays you need at this point in the game. Down by 5. And that's going to be on Wisconsin. Yep, Ronnie Porter again.
No, for Porter, that will be her second of the game. And now Purdue is in the bonus. That's Wisconsin's 5th, and they will send a really capable three-point shooter to the free throw line. Madison Layden Zay shooting 86% from the charity stripe. No surprise, gets the first to go.
That's the second time that Porter's been called on that in this third quarter. Both her and Robin Pinchton trying to get an answer to what the infraction is.
Wisconsin had numbers for a moment, now back up to Ronnie Porter. Doria Jaya given space, so transferred over to Ronnie Porter, wants another 3. Too strong, Jaya keeps it in. And now she's doubled, tried to slip it down the line, somehow gets it to Ronnie Porter. And a foul on Purdue. What is going on?
Like we said, anytime there's a loose ball, it's going to be war.
I'll go on Eva Karsh. That'll be her 3rd. So something to keep an eye on. Wisconsin now 1 foul, or Purdue does not have a foul to give. Daniels lines it up. Offline, McCarthy the rebound.
Yeah, late release that time for Daniels, allowed for Smith to get in on that closeout. Yeah, here's Smith again, don't want to leave her out in their corner.
And McCarthy has the size mismatch, blocked from behind by Jaya, but a foul called.
That's
wow.
Daniels.
Want another look at that one underneath. Well, it will go on Daniels. I thought it was going to be on Jaya from behind, but yeah, good call by the officials there.
Is Daniels kind of just got stuck between a rock and a hard place on that offensive rebound.
Second foul of the day on Kira Daniels. McCarthy misses the first. Lana McCarthy, 57% from the free throw line, 59% from the field. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Wisconsin down by 7. Jaya hands off to Porter.
Need some momentum here if you're Wisconsin. Late in the third quarter. Who's got the answer?
Ware on the drive, gets by McCarthy, she's fouled. Can't get the and one, but Brianna Ware, who's been so great for the Badgers, already has a three-pointer in this game. Now she'll get a pair of free throws to her name as well.
Well, here, this is where Wisconsin, they haven't been too familiar with this area. The free throw line, just their 5th and 6th attempts of the game.
Rolls home for Ware. This coaching staff has been so impressed with Brianna Ware. She can give you an efficient 6 points. She can give you a 14, just whatever role she needs to have, she's able to fill it well. Not able to get that second free throw. 4 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Layden Zay, 11 inches taller than Ronnie Porter, and I think she likes this matchup. But Zay's got to get it away. Underneath to McCarthy. Missed it. 5 seconds for the Badgers. Jaya up ahead. She might have to pull. Doria Jaya at the horn. And that will do it for the third quarter. Wisconsin again trying to cut into that deficit, but Purdue able to win the third 21-16. It's been real fun so far. Wisconsin, they've been a team that has pulled off some comebacks. Can they do another one? Purdue's pesky defense might have something to say. What is it? Quarter number 4, mere moments away here from the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. We've seen a lot of surprising performances from some under-the-radar players so far, but maybe chief among them, Nia Smith has a new season high for Purdue. Previous high was 11 and already 14 points through 3 quarters, Joey.
Well, hey, the three-point ball has been the story of this game. If teams want to figure out their offense, it mostly has been from deep. And Nia Smith's been a huge part of that for Purdue. As mentioned, the 14 points, a new season high, but it's that efficiency. And Wisconsin's trying to adjust, trying to find ways to keep her off that three-point line, but she's finding her shot.
Purdue shot 5 of 6 from 3. Shot 6 for 12 from the field in the third quarter, both those stats referencing the third. So my math serves me right. 1 from 6 outside 3, 5 of 6 from 3. The supposed balances of shot probabilities thrown totally off by the Boilermakers in a really fun 10-minute stretch.
Yeah, I wouldn't be, if you would have flipped both three-point shooting and field goal shooting for both sides, I wouldn't, that would look like normal numbers. It does not look normal tonight.
In Wisconsin, now 41% from deep. They went 4 for 8 in the third. They find themselves down 6. They were down 9 against Penn State last time out in the fourth quarter, and they won it. So many fun comebacks to their name this season. They're looking for another one. Destiny Howell can't get the 3 to go, and Howell, she has been off so far in this contest. Now 2 for 9. Inside pass to McCarthy, swatted aside by Howell.
Well, making up for their closing out a pass inside, but yeah, you mentioned it has been a tough night offensively for Howell, who, for the most part, is the second leading scorer at 1.1 off the pace for the lead.
McCarthy wants it inside, and she extends the lead. Lana McCarthy, she's up to 4 points, along with 3 rebounds. Jaya to Ware off the screen. Now Howell will be the recipient. 9 on the clock. Lobbed up to Jaya underneath. Oh, what a scoop! Doria Jaya doing it all on the Badgers' offensive possession. The lead back down to 6.
You're starting to see that skill and comfortability level for Jaya really stand tall here as the season's gone along. Now Ware trying to do her best guarding Layden Zay.
Layden Zay wants it back, draws the switch. Now up to her sister McKenna. What a feed inside to McCarthy, who's all alone.
Now Ware got switched down to McCarthy in the post, seeing that right away. You draw that matchup. Good feed by Layden.
Howell needs it. Yet still not able to get it to go. McCarthy falling away, finds Layden Zay.
Yeah, you could tell she's frustrated right now. And credit to Purdue, they haven't made it easy. Wisconsin bench wanted to travel there, not to be.
The backdoor feed, Nia Smith doing it all, up to 16 points. And Purdue has the lead up to double digits.
Well, Wisconsin's come close to mounting multiple double-digit comebacks. Just in this game alone. They've yet to lead, though.
Steele, nice drive, finds the cutting Brianna Ware, who's fouled. Lacey Steele has played really well for the Badgers so far, Joey.
Yeah, good feed there to set something up. You didn't have to take it herself.
Steele 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting, 3 3-pointers, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Brianna Ware, 4 points of her own. Make it 1 for 3 from the free throw line now.
Missed one on her last trip. Wisconsin 4 of 7 from the line. Salvages a split there.
Kira Daniels will check back in as Ware heads to the bench. And now here's the Wisconsin press, able to get it away to Smith.
They got a wide open option.
McCarthy all alone again. The lead up to 11 for Purdue.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think someone must have lost their assignment. But McCarthy wide open down on the other end. Just trying to put 5 on 4, I guess.
Ronnie Porter gives it up to Giftu Chenna all alone underneath. Both these teams have been doing a great job of getting their bigs involved in the offense. Now Lana McCarthy, another strong pass. Kiki Smith on the kick out, stolen away by Steele. Ooh, Destiny Howell wasn't expecting the pass, but able to regather and get back on the board.
Needed that one there. Badgers starting to slowly but surely find their way back.
6.5 minutes to play. Purdue leading by 7, looking for their first road win and conference lid. Layden Zay again.
Now she stands alone at number 2.
Madison Layden Zay, a special night for her. And you said it, Joey, now second all-time in Purdue's history for three-pointers made in a career. She came back for that grad season, and it has been one of her best. Now up to 241 three-pointers. Carissa McLaughlin at 244, currently the all-time leader. And what's so fun is that McLaughlin was Layden Zay's teammate in Layden Zay's freshman year. So they've known each other, no doubt, and it's just been a really fun thing between the two. They've been in touch. They've been discussing this record quite a bit. And Layden Zay started slow, but she had that filthy step-back 3 to get her first one, and that one, a bit more of her style, using the screen going around and using the space to knock it down. Just, that's kind of what we love so much about this sport, Joey, is that in the three-point age of basketball, if you get hot, there is just nothing that can stop you. And Purdue, they've shot an incredibly efficient clip. They've also just been open a lot, it seems like, too, on those looks.
Yeah, they're finding ways to generate. You saw it there, just a simple pick. And just read what the defense gives you. That time, Destiny Howell gives Madison Layden Zay one of the most prolific shooters in Purdue and Big Ten.
I was wondering if they would show this.
Yeah,
the blindfold shot. Pivoting around into the block, up, off the side. It's like, what are you expecting though? Being blindfolded, I mean, I can't make them even when I don't have a blindfold on.
I can attest.
Get
I
outta here.
wouldn't want to see that blindfolded.
Yeah, you need a blindfold if you're watching me play basketball. So, 10-point game here from the Kohl Center. The Purdue Boilermakers have ambushed the Badgers. They got out to a 11-point lead early in the second quarter in Wisconsin. They cut it down to 1 at the end of the first half, but Purdue strong and steady under the strong leadership of Katie Geralds has continued to play the style of basketball that they have been trying to reach. And now on the road, they have a chance and are in position to get their first conference win of the season. But if there is a team in the Big Ten that has that comeback gene, it is the team in Cardinal and white.
Something's got to give here, Vince.
Ronnie Porter guarded by Madison Ladenze. Over to Lacey Steele, caught the defender in the air. The mid-range jumper is pure. Lacey Steele up to 11 points, leads all Badgers.
You talked about what a great performance she's had today. Someone's needed to step up, and it's been Steele off the bench.
Smith to Smith, Nia to Kiki. Now Kiki Smith up to Nia Smith. McCarthy delivers the screen. Uchenna rips it away. Wanted to get it down the court to Daniels and said settles for Steele.
Good awareness by Uchenna. Stays out of a held ball situation and stays out of a travel situation as well.
Very little margin of error for the Badgers. Howell around the screen, rises. Missed it short, Uchenna the rebound. Spinning around McCarthy, underneath, she's got it. Gift Uchenna up to 8 points for the Badgers. Layden, she's got no options around her, lobs it over the top, and Nia Smith, great awareness to box out Ronnie Porter and let that ball come to her. Wisconsin has the lead down to 6, under 5 minutes to play from Madtown. And a foul on Steele. That's her third. Now Shea Bowen will check in for Gift Uchenna. First foul of the quarter on the Badgers.
Pales in comparison to the third quarter for Wisconsin.
Absolutely, Purdue is in the bonus with it. Full 2 minutes left. Another backdoor feed to Nia Smith. She is unconscious. Up to 18 points, and McCarthy put it in the mail. So often do you see the guards doing the passing to the bigs, but Lana McCarthy has been great on those backdoor passes. Her second assist, her second backdoor feed to Smith. Steele needs this three, missed it bad, but Bolin got it back. And Bolin is fouled underneath, count it, +1!
Shea Boland just finds a way to contribute at a different level in the fourth quarter. Badgers have had their opportunities at and ones tonight. That's their first one. And now they've missed 3 free throws.
Shea Bolin cuts the deficit down to 5. Does Wisconsin have one more surge in them? McKenna Layden crosses the timeline despite the pressure from Daniels. Oh, Layden wasn't expecting to pass. Here comes Ronnie Porter with a runway to the rim, but she missed it. Daniels, kick out, Steele, open, no! Oh, this crowd was ready to pop, but Wisconsin forces the held ball. Possession will stay with Purdue.
It doesn't come without a price for Purdue. Wisconsin, we've talked about it, the rallies. They did it against Rutgers. They did it against Penn State. Now they're going to stop to converse here for a moment. I think Katie Gerald's trying to say that she was calling timeouts. Now, of course, that would keep the possession arrow. But I think it'll stand.
Yep. Or will it? Well, the possession arrow still points towards Purdue as we see it right now. Now it's with the Badgers. Layden's got to get it away. Finds Smith. Layden Zay all alone. Unreal! Madison Layden Zay up to 15 points for Purdue. Bolin ducks under McCarthy, and she is headed to the free throw line. Joey, Madison Layden Zay had a slow start to this game, 0 of 3 in the second quarter. But in this second half, she has come alive. 7 rebounds as well to her name. That leads anyone in this game.
Yeah, you said outside shot history for her tonight. I don't know, it feels like at this pace, she might have a chance at it.
Well, Lana McCarthy needs 5 to tie the record. Or pardon me, Madison Layden Zay needs 5 to tie the record for Purdue three-pointers in a career. She needed 5 coming in, now needs just 2. Oh, and a steal for Wisconsin. Steal underneath! Purdue, the quick inbound. Nia Smith up ahead. And Madison Layden Zay, a chance at a moment. Crowd getting loud at the Kohl Center. Layden Zay thought about going. Now Kiki Smith drives inside, reverse layup, up and around. Polier pulls it down. And now I believe a timeout from Purdue. What a game we've had on our hands. Purdue shooting it with deadly efficiency from deep, 11 of 19. Wisconsin, they've been hanging around the best they can. Now under 3 minutes left, do they have a final surge to their name? Less than 3 minutes left in what has been a tremendous game from the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. The Purdue Boilermakers on the verge of claiming their first win of the conference season, but Wisconsin has been right in their rearview mirror. And now maybe one last chance to fight their way back. Bolin reaches in, that's a foul to her name. Layden Day, the graduate student, quick to protect that ball. That's Bolin's second of the game. 2 fouls on the Badgers in the fourth.
Not just that, that's a fresh shot clock too for Purdue.
Nia Smith working on Bolin, drives in left, has a runway to the rim, but she missed it. Another offensive rebound for Purdue. Layden Zay over to Nia Smith.
And Purdue's being smart. They're trying to take as much time off the shot clock as possible.
Kick out open, Kiki Smith around and in. The 12th three-pointer of the game for Purdue. Bolin on the other end, missed it, batted around. Loose on the ground, Howell underneath. It slips outside, but a timeout called by Robin Pinchton.
They wanted to keep that all-important possession arrow, I'm sure, but Howell had just gotten it away. I'm sure Pinchton would want that timeout in hindsight, but neither here nor there. They'll have to operate here under 2 minutes to go.
Wisconsin has 1 timeout left. Got a great game, but a quick look ahead, it just goes to show the importance of this game, Joey. Wisconsin 3-1 in there into the start of their conference season, but in the Big Ten, the schedule, it will just, it's never going to get easier for anyone. And to have Michigan coming up, got to think they'll be fresh on their minds. But Purdue an insanely difficult start to their Big Ten season, and it's only going to get tougher. 3 ranked opponents, and then Michigan State on the back end.
Yeah, and you have that trip out west, too. The 2 teams in the Big Ten title game from a season ago. USC, UCLA. That is a tough trip. Not only that, you're traveling over 3 time zones to get the Pacific time zone. You got 2 pretty good basketball teams to square off with.
Under 2 minutes left for the Badgers. That was Destiny Howell with the reverse layup. Wisconsin still down 5. And Tara Day has it ripped away by Ronnie Porter. Porter to the outside, steal for her 4th three-pointer. Missed it, loose, and a foul on Wisconsin. They have had their chances, but Purdue keeps the comfortable lead.
Steal has been so big for Wisconsin tonight. Not to be that time. And it stays a 5-point game, Purdue basketball. Wisconsin, they had just come so close to trying to break the seal.
Now Purdue's got to get it in, and there is just nobody in the area, so another chance for Wisconsin.
There's a bounce that goes Wisconsin's way. It didn't happen on the steal 3-point attempt, but it does here. Chance at redemption.
Every inbound has been a battle. It's a weird mix where it almost feels that scoring and defense have both been themes in this one. Just a sign of the physicality and talent that both teams possess. Ronnie Porter to inbound. Daniels driving in, out to Porter. Steele glides in, ripped away by Smith, and a foul on the Badgers.
That's 4 on Howell, too. Next one's free throws for Purdue.
And what a play by Kiki Smith, kind of an under-the-radar player for Purdue. But she's got 6 points, 2 of 2 from deep. And now McKenna Layden, her first start of the season. Another crucial inbound, she gets it in, Porter the foul. Wisconsin still had one to give.
That is the 5th.
Oh, you're right, that the foul counter goes to 5, and if there is anybody that Purdue would want the free throw line, Madison Layden-Zay might be the one. 4 for 4 from the stripe, 15 points on the game on just 7 shots, 3 of 5 from deep. And you can see Joey, just as soon as she gets that ball, it's up and in. No time to think about missing.
One dribble.
Lead up to 7 for Purdue. Ronnie Porter to Shea Bolin, the jumper at the free throw line, not there. Madison Layden-Zay the rebound, but the Badgers quick on the floor. And a held ball means that Wisconsin will get possession. A lot of contact underneath, but no foul. Destiny Howell will inbound for Wisconsin. 64 seconds left from Madtown. Kira Daniels, a miscommunication with Howell, who regathers. Now Ronnie Porter, guarded by Kiki Smith.
Gotta go, a lot of pressure here.
Shot clock at 5. Porter's got to get one up, over to Howell. Rises up, missed it, batted around, fight for the rebound. Daniels keeps it in. Wisconsin now just running out of time. Steele fires off front iron, not there, and secured by Layden.
Wisconsin, no position to foul. There it is.
This is the Purdue team. 10 new players. A slow start to the season, but they have quietly played very well as they started the conference season despite not being able to get that oh-so-valued first conference win. And it seems like they have a game on their hands where they were finally able to put it all together. And Nia Smith has been maybe the biggest reason why. Up to 19 points. Already a season high. And make it 20 for Nia Smith. Her previous high was 11.
Career high of 22, so keep an eye on that.
Destiny Howell slips in and a slick finish. And Purdue will call a timeout. Wisconsin has it down to 7. They still have a timeout left, but they're going to need Purdue to miss a whole bunch of free throws to have a chance.
And Katie Gerolds calls timeout. It's smart. Get as far away from Wisconsin's bucket as you can. It's game management at this point.
If you're just joining us, you've missed a crazy one. Wisconsin has not led in this game. They've came close on multiple times, but Purdue quickly took the lead. 18-9 the score after the first quarter, and Wisconsin, they've answered back. They cut it to 1 at the end of the first half, but Purdue came out firing in the second half. The three-point barrage has just been unprecedented. They've done it with so many different people as well, Joey. And this is just their season totals here, but just trying to gel, get that cohesion on offense. It seems like they found it. Everyone has contributed.
And it goes to show Nia Smith not anywhere near this top 5. 20 points tonight. That is the hero of this game for Purdue. If you want to find a storyline, Madison Layton-Zay came on really strong in the second half, but you've said it, Nia Smith, the story tonight for Purdue. And on a season, we've talked about it, it's a grind. 2 tough losses in the non-conference slate. 0-4 at this point in the Big Ten season. But what hasn't changed is the fact that they, as a program, have had so much success against Wisconsin. That has not changed tonight. And they are 19.6 seconds away from their first Big Ten victory of the season.
Layden gets the inbound into Smith. Trying to dribble away from Steele. Now got to get it away. Or to Madison Layden-Zay, who will dribble away, and now a very late call on Ronnie Porter. Joey, there's been a lot of really strange stats in this game, but this one might be the craziest. Purdue in the second half. You want to guess? I know you can see it on your screen
I do
somewhere.
see it.
But in the second half, their three-point shooting?
8 of 9.
Good guess.
It was a very good guess. I do have it right here. But, that's the story of how Purdue pulled away in this game. They were just dominant. 14 of 22 from the field. Wisconsin, 4 of 16 from deep in the half.
And a steal for good measure by Kiki Smith, who was an under-the-radar, terrific performance. And what was an incredible game for the Boilermakers. Purdue gets their first conference and road win. They fought for it, and they got it. 75-67, your final from Madtown.
A sorely needed victory for Purdue on the season as a program.
And Purdue's dominance against the Badgers in the Big Ten continues now 6 straight. They'll move to 9-7 on the season. Wisconsin falls to 11-5. Of course, it's going to be such a blast to watch Madison Layden-Zay. That next game, a good chance to break Purdue's record for three-pointers in a career. Something to keep an eye on for this talented team as they reach the rest of their conference season. Final thoughts, Joey.
First road win of the season for Purdue. First home loss for the Badgers. This one has been massive.
And that will do it. From Madtown, I've been Vince Hesprick with Joey Bonadonna. Some quick stats for you here before we wrap it up. And man, 60% from 3.
Unbelievable. They answered the call. Wisconsin fought back time and time again, but it was that final punch for Purdue that did the Badgers in. Just relentless all game long.
And does it almost feel like, Joey, that if you're Wisconsin, sometimes you just got to tip your cap a little bit too. Like, I know that Purdue was open on some of those threes, but some in particular, like that Layden-Zay step back, it's just, it's hard to stop a team when they are firing on all cylinders, and that's exactly what Purdue was doing.
Yeah, they got answers from everybody tonight, and that's going to be a fun locker room for Purdue. Big win for them on their season.
And that will do it from the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Vince Esprick. To my right, Joey Bonadonna. Hey, how about Carter Burmaster, our director? This was his directing debut. Terrific, as always. Our camera crew, the best in the big. Megan Maluski, Marissa Mortensen, Alex Rager, and Orion Thompson. And, of course, Ellis Shinley, Keegan Gehring, and Johnny Rader. In the control room alongside Mafe Pavanella, our fearless leader. On behalf of all of us at Big Ten Plus, thank you so much for tuning in. Have yourself a great rest of your day.